Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. Unless, of course, the heart of a childhood classic gets completely lost in the wrong hands. It's 2025, and Disney has once again reached into its vault of beloved memories and pumped out another shiny, soulless live-action remake. This time, the chosen target, or let's say patient, just to be polite, is Lilo and Stitch, the 2002 misfit masterpiece that never aimed to be a hit, but somehow became iconic anyway. Now, over 20 years later, what do we get? A CGI-enhanced alien trying to recapture that original magic, but instead, it feels like someone's trying to sell us watered-down nostalgia in fancy packaging. And honestly, we've seen this happen too many times, it's not surprising anymore. Disney's live-action remakes have become their own genre, visually stunning, wildly expensive, and emotionally flat. Beauty and the Beast looked amazing, but lacked warmth. The Lion King gave us perfect animation and zero soul. Pinocchio, that one still stings, and yet we keep hoping. Why? Because these stories mattered, they raised us, they helped us feel seen when nothing else did. That's what made Lilo and Stitch so special. It wasn't just a movie, it was a lifeline for the weird kids, the loners, the ones from broken homes, the ones who didn't fit anywhere. Lilo wasn't a polished princess, she was loud, messy, emotional, strong, real, and now we get a glossy remake that tries to recapture that, but falls short in all the ways that matter. To be fair, it's not all bad. Hawaii still looks beautiful. Kauai's beaches, sunsets, and landscapes are undeniably stunning. The film makes an effort to incorporate real cultural elements, ukulele music, native traditions, and the actress playing Lilo has charm. You can tell she's trying. There are brief moments, a lullaby, a quiet look at the ocean, where something almost clicks, but like a weak signal, it fades before it can land. And then there's Stitch. In the original, he was wild, chaotic, lovable. His eyes told stories, rage, confusion, heartbreak, joy. He felt alive. In the remake, Stitch looks great. His fur sparkles, his movements are smooth, but his eyes, empty, soulless. It's like watching a mascot try to act, technically polished, but emotionally disconnected. And when the entire movie depends on the relationship between Lilo and Stitch, that lack of connection is a deal breaker. But even more than the visuals or characters, the real problem is tone. The original Lilo and Stitch had balance. It was funny without being silly, sad without being hopeless. It dealt with real heavy themes, abandonment, grief, social services, alien warfare, and it did it all with honesty and heart. This remake plays it safe. It simplifies everything, over-explains, it's afraid to get messy. The subplot with the social worker, stripped of tension. Cobra Bubbles, once mysterious, intimidating, and deeply cool, now feels like just another background adult. His weight, his energy, his meaning, gone. And then there's Nani. In the original, Nani was one of Disney's most underrated characters, a 19-year-old trying to raise her sister alone after tragedy. She struggled, she broke down, she got back up. Every single day, she was raw, she was human. In the remake, she's barely more than a side character. Her emotional depth is erased. Her bond with Lilo is reduced to surface-level arguments. The powerful moment where she's forced to say goodbye to her sister, rushed, glossed over, forgotten. Even Lilo herself has been dulled down. Sure, she still feeds fish peanut butter sandwiches and loves Elvis, but that fire, that deep sadness, that angry, beautiful energy that made her unforgettable, gone. She's quirky now, just quirky, which is fine, but not enough. The original Lilo was dealing with real pain. She was loud and strange and misunderstood, and that's exactly why we loved her. This version, she feels like every other quirky girl written by a focus group. And the humor? It's gone too. The original had brilliant, strange moments. Stitch riding a tricycle through chaos. Lilo taking hilarious tourist photos. That unique, specific kind of humor that made it real. Now, we get generic jokes and forgettable gags that could fit in any kid's movie, but the biggest loss of all, the weirdness. Lilo and Stitch was weird. gloriously weird. That was its magic. It didn't fit a formula, it broke it. And kids saw themselves in that weirdness. They didn't have to be perfect or pretty, they just had to be them. This remake doesn't get that. It's too polished, too careful, too afraid to take risks. Disney smoothed out all the edges, and in doing so, erased the very soul that made the original shine. And maybe the most frustrating part is that the story still matters. Deep down, there's something worth telling. About love, about grief, about family, about second chances. But it's buried under studio notes, test screenings, and algorithm approved. Because let's be honest, this remake wasn't made to make you feel. It was made to make fucking money. And yeah, I get it. Remakes are everywhere. Nostalgia sells. But Lilo and Stitch was never meant to be safe. It was messy, it was tender, it was bold. This remake plays it safe, and in doing so, it plays it small as hell. Will kids enjoy it? Maybe. It's loud, it's colorful. Stitch is still cute as ever, but will it mean anything? Will it stay with them? Will they come back to it 20 years from now? Hell no, because this version isn't a memory, it's a product, a hollow shell of something that once had a beating heart. For those of us who grew up with the original, watching this remake feels like walking into your childhood home and realizing it's been gutted, renovated, and flipped into a sterile Airbnb. It looks familiar, but it doesn't feel like home. So here's my honest advice. Skip the remake. Watch the 2002 version. Let Lilo scream into her pillow. Let Stitch tear things apart. Let Nani cry. And keep effing going. Let yourself feel something again. Because some stories, they're not meant to be remade. They're meant to be remembered, cherished, left the hell alone. Rating, 2.5 out of 5 stars, beautiful on the surface, hollow at the core. A few sparks of heart can't save an otherwise lifeless adaptation. Stitch may still crash land in your living room, but he won't crash into your heart the way he once did.